His ark patrols the seven seas. His ark patrols the seven seas, probing the waters for the severed knees, the drowning thieves. Succumb to worldly desires to keep themselves appeased. But what of their Lord, who after hardship gave ease? But what of their Lord, who after hardship gave ease? And you ask, what is this ease? The plucking of souls engulfed by the treacherous waves, the liberation of the condemned, entombed to their reclusive caves, the emancipation of the sinner, bound to the world, a slave, the absolution of the feeble, whose despair dug their own grave, and yet you still ask me about this ease. And yet you still ask me about this ease, the hand that untangles the intricate web of Satan, the heavenly sword that axed the claws of Satan, that dug deep inside and severed the heart of God's creation and pulled on their desires to drown in an ocean of their own creation. And yet you still ponder about this ease. And yet you still ponder about this ease. His name accompanies the birds among the wind, echoes across the land by the beat of their wing. His name accompanies the birds among the wind, echoes across the land by the beat of their wings. So no wonder at dawn is his praise the owl sings. So no wonder at dawn is his praise the owl sings. To his praise creation clings and emulsifies itself with his love and all that it brings. For he is the mirror to Allah's greatest creation. For he is the mirror to Allah's greatest creation. From mannerisms to appearance, Muhammad's reflection, and from his might he will birth the perfect nation. So perfect in fact, some may call him the inheritor to Sulaiman and his great kingdom, but to me he is the light that emits Zahra's rosary beads. But to me he is the light that emits Zahra's rosary beads. The prayer she made to tend to my needs, his memory I plant with love as its seed, to await his return is among the greatest of deeds. Like Ali to some, his name shall sting. Like Ali to some, his name shall sting. And like Ali on the battlefield, carnage he'll bring, to the extent that some may have an epiphany. To the extent that some may have an epiphany. To survive his blade, they will have to chase their own dignity. To survive his blade, they will have to chase their own dignity. And like Ali in battle, he will torment the enemy to the extent that he will have them wrapped around his fingers. The Imam, when he returns, he will have his enemies wrapped around his fingers. One strike from Dhul Fiqar and they'll be spun like ballerinas in the greatest of arenas, scavenging like hyenas for their dignity taken by the master of believers. And yet humanity will bathe in peace and prosperity. And yet humanity will bathe in peace and prosperity. The chosen like Hassan to bring an end to all hostilities. And like Hussein, he's promised to the whole of humanity. And like Hussein, he's promised to the whole of humanity to immerse in his magnificence, for he is the great remedy, promised to the patient who mourn his great tragedy, promised to the patient who mourn his great tragedy. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. And another loud Sallu ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad. The next poem is in honor of the heroes of Karbala. When I wrote this, it was for Sha'ban. Some of the lines might make you cry, some of the lines might bring you joy, but it's how you accept this poem. I know it's a walada today. If you want to cry, cry. If you want to rejoice, rejoice. The poem starts with, I ask you to imagine a moment in Sham. I ask you all to imagine a moment in Sham. Until Imam Sajjad spoke, all seemed calm. His speech cut deeper than Arabia's finest sword. This is Sajjad, whose worship is adorned. At the precipice of death, each sermon he delivered. At the precipice of death, each sermon he delivered. Many are astonished how an empire he solely withered. At the precipice of death, each sermon he delivered. Many are astonished how an empire he solely withered. Many lifetimes ago, the court of Sham once glimmered. And then came Sajjad and all the snakes slithered. Many lifetimes ago, the court of Sham once glimmered. And then came Sajjad and all the snakes slithered. His words lit a flame that Yazid could not tame. His words lit a flame that Yazid could not tame. Then Sham was amazed, an empire set ablaze. Line by line, row by row, none could save face. For Sajjad took an empire built on savagery and lies. For Sajjad took an empire built on savagery and lies. He placed it in his hands and simply crushed it like a fly. Despite their hollow victory in Karbala, the enemy now mourned. Despite their hollow victory, the enemy now mourned. For this was Sajjad, who is adored and adorned. Now I take your mind elsewhere to a battle like no other. Now I take your mind elsewhere to a battle like no other. Abbas on one side and Ali Akbar on another. Now I take your mind elsewhere to a battle like no other. Abbas on one side, Ali Akbar on another. Uncle, let's take them. Ali Akbar says, Uncle, let's take them and watch them all scatter. Now let's see how grown men cry out for their mothers. When Ali Akbar and Abbas stood side by side, it's as if Muhammad himself returned with Ali by his side. When Ali Akbar and Abbas stood side by side, it's as if Muhammad himself returned with Ali by his side. O enemy of Allah, would you like me to rewind? Would you like me to take you back in time? Would you like me to remind you how Dhul Fiqar once shone bright? How Imam Ali came and tore up Khaybar, and then Marhab realized why his mother cried, Ya Haydar. Ali Akbar is like a fragrance gifted by Hussein. Ali Akbar is like a fragrance gifted by Imam Hussein, consumed by his lovers till this very day, his memory etched in the believer till death takes them away. Shrouded in his love, we rejoice in his name. Ali Akbar, like Muhammad, is honored with great perfection. His sacrifice, when magnified, taught us total submission. His martyrdom a lesson to serve with great conviction. His martyrdom a lesson to serve with great conviction. The crescent moon of Sha'ban, it rose with the birth of Hussein, and when it finally settled, it settled in Bain al-Haramain. The crescent moon of Sha'ban rose with the birth of Hussein, and when it finally settled, it settled in Bain al-Haramain. When you're lost in the night and can't find your way, its crescent brings you right next to Abbas and Hussein. Abbas made a promise, O Zawad of Hussein. For Abbas made a promise, O Zawad of Hussein. Come to me and I'll protect you. Come rest in my shade. Come to me and ask and I'll take your pain away. Don't you see, for Hussein, I gave my 2 arms away. For Abbas made a promise, O Zawad of Hussein. Come to me and I'll protect you. Come rest in my shade. Come to me and ask and I'll take your pain away. Don't you see, for Hussein, I gave my arms away. Like the moon affects the tide, he draws you in closer. A ripple of hope shivers up your spine and shoulder. If you have an affliction, then go to Abbas's khayma. If you have an affliction, then go to his khayma. Khaymatul Abbas now stands even taller. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. And the final poem is in honor of the Imam whose anniversary, his birth anniversary is Walada. We are celebrating today, Al-Imam Ridha alayhi salam. This poem, just to give you a bit of context, every Imam during their Imamah, they went through some sort of trial and tribulation. They had their own test. Some of the Imams, as you know, Imam Ali, Imam Hussein, their trial was in Karbala by the sword. Other Imams, their trial was not that. Al-Imam al-Ridha, one of his trials was the Abbasid Khalifa used to force him to debate with Zoroastrians, with the Christians, the Jews, the Sunnis, in order to humiliate him, try to humiliate him. But as we know, the Imam has knowledge, this would never be possible. He has divine knowledge. So that's a bit of pretext. Anyway, the poem starts with Khurasan has a gem buried deep beneath its sand. Khurasan has a gem buried deep beneath its sand. Many march towards it with their outstretched hands. Upon reaching its border, hopeful they stand. To reap from its reward they come with open hands. For this gem made a promise that it gives and never takes. For this gem made a promise that he gives and never takes. This is a merit for none other than those from Ahlul Bayt. For this gem made a promise that it gives but never takes. For this is a merit seen by those from Ahlul Bayt. So when you go to his land and you show him your hands, know you leave with hands plenty filled and your wishes fulfilled. A second chance for your life to be rebuilt. Oh Ridha, beggars can't be choosers. Oh Ridha, beggars can't be choosers, but we chose your door. Millions upon millions drifted to your shore. It's said when one visits you, heaven opens its doors. It's said when one visits you, heaven opens its doors. So through you, I chose to await Zahra and her cure. On a night like this, the heavens rejoice. On a night like this, the heavens rejoice. On a night like this, the heavens rejoice. Al-Kadhim held you and proclaimed with his voice, O people after me, he is God's choice. Like Ali to Muhammad, he will forever carry my voice. O Ridha, Haydar conquered many hearts. O Ridha, Haydar conquered many hearts. Though time kept you both apart, upon your shoulders you carried the weight of Imam Ali's legacy. On one hand you see Dhul-Fiqar unsheathed, on another you see Ridha and his words cut just as deep. One Ali in battle had his enemies spun like ballerinas, in the greatest of arenas, scavenging like hyenas, for their dignity taken by the master of believers. And then you have another Ali who entered the courts, like Haydar penetrated their forts, engaged in dialogue and made their hearts distraught. For when Ridha finished the debate, their speech slurred and eyes blurred, and then the Abbasid whispered and murmured, the rightful king of Khurasan has returned. Throughout the ages you'll see, if you doubted his reach, go and follow those on the pulpits who preach. They clung to his Abba and sat beside his throne, raised upon his creed and left with luminous faces sown. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.